Excellent. This is in the matter of Ashley Ann. How do you pronounce her last name? Owencia?
I think so.
Okay. Versus Christopher Keith Sarr, file number 22-49109UN. So, Mr. Sarr, we're here on a show cause for failure to pay child support. It states that you're supposed to pay. That's not my problem. So listen, you're ordered to pay $302.45 a month in child support and $54.08 a month towards your arrearage. You have an arrearage in the amount of $2,183.40. So, sir, you live in Adrian.
Yes.
There are jobs everywhere. I have lists of up to 400 jobs that you can come in and get and go get a job. So, why are you still on unemployment?
No, I've been going through Manpower and they haven't even found one yet for me and haven't even called me back. So I just did an application for ringing bells.
Okay, for ringing bells for the Salvation Army?
Yes.
Okay, what about, have you ever washed dishes? Have you ever bussed tables?
No. I've just been waiting for Manpower to get me a warehouse job.
Okay, so in the interim, Mr. Sarr, in the interim, you can rake leaves, you can go get a job at a restaurant. There are a lot of jobs out there, you know, and your child support doesn't go away because you're not working. Do you understand that?
Right, I understand, but I still don't understand why I have to pay that much if I don't ever see the kid. And every time I ask to see the kid, she tells me no.
Okay, have you filed a petition for a referee hearing?
Yes, I have. And my whatever that child support lady is, she hasn't been doing nothing.
Okay, those are two different people. So listen to me, Mr. Sarr. Child support and visitation are two separate issues. Do you understand that?
No, I don't. I'm sorry, I don't.
Okay. All right. So visitation is a different procedure than paying your child support. So whether or not you get to see this child, even if the child were adopted out, you still have to pay child support. Do you understand that?
I guess I'm
okay. If you want to see your child, you have to petition for a referee hearing, not the lady that calculates child support. That's a separate lady. That's something else. You have to, well, I'm going to explain it to you and you just listen to me. So you have to go to the front of the court. You have to check in at the front window. You need to ask how you file a petition for a referee hearing so that you can see your child. You have to actively do that. All right?
Okay. Your Honor, he's going to need to contact the other state on that. It's a Michigan order.
Oh, yep. So we don't even have this. You have to go to Ohio to do that.
Right. Okay. I don't know. I don't know none of this stuff. I don't even know how to write. I'm
explaining it to you now. So do you understand it now that I've explained it to you?
Yes.
Okay. So, so do we still have a list of employers or jobs available through front of the court?
Yes.
All right. So, Mr. Sarr, you live here in Adrian. I need you to come to the front of the court today in the basement level and check in at the front window and ask to see a list of employers. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And then I want you to put in at least 5 applications this week. And I want you to come back on Monday, November.
So next Monday?
Yeah, next Monday.
Okay.
Well, hold on. So today's the 13th. I need you to come back on November 20th at 8:15 or 8 a.m.
Hold on 1 second. Are we going to be in town for that? Because I have to take my daughter to Toledo for her appointment. We'll be in town for that? Okay.
All right. So November 20 at 8 a.m. I need you back in and I want you to be able to tell me what 5 places you filed an application at. All right.
Okay.
So you're going to come to the courthouse today. You're going to get the list of jobs available and you're going to put in at least 5 applications in the next week. Got it?
Okay.
All right, and then we'll see you back next Monday at 8 a.m.
On the phone or in court?
Well, either or is fine.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect you.
Hello?
Hi, what is your name?
Hello? Duan Hennigan.
All right, Mr. Hennigan, hold on one second. This is in the matter of Stephanie Mills versus Dewan Hennigan, file number 2007-31438DS. Mr. Hennigan, we are here on a friend of the court show cause. You're ordered to pay $313 a month in child support, and as of today's date, you have an arrearage in excess of $13,680. Do you understand that, Mr. Hennigan?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you were ordered to pay $400 a month going forward to pay on your arrearage plus your monthly payment, and you paid $300 on October 31 of 2023. And you've only made 2 payments for less than the monthly obligation in the last 2 years. So, Mr. Hennigan, are you currently employed?
Yes, ma'am.
Where are you working at?
I work at Legacy Barber College. I just handed in $168 this morning, and I handed in the papers to have my court reviewed because as of right now, I'm doing 2 child support case hearings right now, and all my money is being taken by these 2 cases, and I can't pay my rent or anything. So I just handed in the review thing. They accepted it this morning. If you would like to go check, and I made a $168 payment this morning.
Okay. All right. Did you make that in person or online?
Yes. It was made in cash, and the paperwork to have my review was handed in today, this morning.
All right.
They were both made. That payment was made in cash, and then the paper was sent upstairs to have my review made. Because, Your Honor, I'm trying the best I can with a minimum wage job, and I'm getting. I'm not going to say attacked, but so I will have a court for this hearing 1 week, and then 2 weeks later I'll have the one for my other case. So I'm giving $200 and $300 here, there, like back-to-back weeks, and I can't keep up with my own bills at home. And I have 2 daughters and a son at home that I'm also raising, that I live under my roof.
Are they your biological children?
Yes, ma'am.
So, Mr. Hennigan, here's a universal truth about children. They're expensive. And unfortunately, the more kids you have, the more expensive it is. And that means the harder you've got to work. So, if you can't afford to pay everything working at a barbershop, then perhaps you should look into a factory and another job. I'm sorry, but you don't get a pass just because you have too many kids. You can't afford them. So perhaps do the barber thing on the side and get a full-time job somewhere else. But Mr. Hennigan, did he file something this morning? Ms. Stevenson, did you get out and check on that? Is that why you left?
It's my understanding that he'd filed for support review and had missed the date, missed the objection period, so he may have filed for a referee hearing. And he did pay the $168 this morning.
All right. So Mr. Hennigan, I'm going to adjourn this to December 18.
Okay.
So that you can make sure you show up for that hearing. If you miss it, nothing happens. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And like I said, if you can't afford to pay it working where you are now, you need to find a better job. There's factories all over town hiring. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Hennigan.
Your Honor, what was the adjournment date?
December 18 at 8 o'clock.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Thank you, Mr. Hennigan.
Thank you.
Ma'am, what's your name?
I couldn't connect to my Zoom.
That's okay. All right. In the matter, Miss Underwood, which ones did you pop in for?
Well, let's see. Hang on. Do you have Solis, Para, or Dickerson?
Yep. So on Solis, it was adjourned to December 18. So is Mr. Para.
And you have Mr. Dickerson?
Mr. Dickerson is in jail right now on a new drug charge.
Yep.
So I set it over to December 18th to see what's going on with that.
Okay. So am I done?
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, in the matter of Stephanie Hill versus John Ebert, file number 2009-34160DS. This is a date and time set for a show cause. Mr. Ebert has failed to appear. Mr. Ebert is ordered to pay $427 a month in child support. He has an arrearage in excess of $19,025.36. This is an adjournment from a June 12th date. He has already pled guilty to failure to appear and failure to pay. We've adjourned sentencing. So I'm going to issue a bench warrant for his arrest for failure to appear. And set bond for $10,000 cash. And I believe that concludes our friend of the court show cause.
2018-1873 DP. In this matter, Mr. Dillard failed to appear on August 17th of 2023 for a show cause before the referee. This is the first and only bench warrant with bond currently set at $500. Mr. Dillard reports no new employer, and the last payment made in this case was on May 19th of this year through income withholding. Friend of the court requests the next hearing be set for November 22nd at 8:45 before your honor.
Mr. Dillard, you're before the court charged with civil contempt of court due to your failure to appear at a prior hearing as a result of your failure to pay child support. The purpose of this hearing is to set a bond to assure your attendance at the next hearing on November 22nd, 2023 at 8:45 a.m. You will get notice of that in writing. Are you able to post a bond, sir?
I interviewed today at Stanley. I was celebrating last night, and then I ended up getting locked up. I knew my child support was getting high, and I was doing my best to apply for jobs, and I can't lose it, so I'm here, I guess, so I don't have any money.
Okay. Well, because it is your first bench warrant, I'm taking that into consideration, and you did pay in up to May. What I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce your bond to the amount of $100. If you're able to post that, you'd be able to be released. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, thank you, sir. You're free to go. Have a good day.
Now before the court is Brandon Eggleston of two matters. Their dockets 2018-916DS and also docket 2018-2443DP. In the 18-916 matter, this is the second bench warrant with bond currently set at $836. Mr. Eggleston failed to appear on October 12th of this year for a show cause before the referee. He reports he is self-employed. The last payments made in both matters were on April 8th of 2023. He made those payments on his own. In the 18-2443 matter, this is the third bench warrant with bond currently set at $4,047. Again, he failed to appear on the 12th of October of this year for a show cause, and last payment was April 8th of 2023. Friend of the court requests in both matters the next hearing be set for November 22nd at 8:45 before your honor.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Eggleston, you're before the court a charge of civil contempt of court due to your failure to appear at a prior hearing as a result of your failure to pay child support. Purpose of this hearing is to set a bond that would assure your tenants at the next hearing on November 22nd, 2023 at 8:45 a.m. You will get notice of that in writing. Are you able to post a bond, sir?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Well, you do owe a sizable arrearage on these particular matters. On the first case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set your bond in the amount of $200. And in the second, that's the 18-2443, I'm setting that bond in the amount of $500. If you're able to post that, you'd be able to be released. Do you have any questions?
I'm not going to post bond, Your Honor. I already got a for Oklahoma too.
Okay. Okay, we will see you back then on the 22nd. Have a good day. You're free to go. Thank you. Anything else, Ms. Bladdock?
That is